Senior defender number 4, Sam Giannetti. Senior mid number 7, Justin Miracle. Senior midfielder number 8, Bryce Burrows. Senior mid number 10, Will Sinker. Senior defense number 13, Jason Roman. Senior mid number 11, Matt Van Kirk. Junior mid number 18, Jonathan Swan. Senior forward number 23, Jonathan Ross. Sophomore forward number 30, Evan Anderson. Senior defense number 42, Ryan Schwartz. And senior goalkeeper for the Tigers, Jonathan Partridge. The head coach of the Tigers, Mr. Bobby Vossmeyer. And fans, we now have
just a moment from getting underway here at Newman Stadium, and this is a huge section matchup between North Allegheny and Butler. Butler is 3-0, so is Seneca Valley and Fox Chapel. Those two play each other tonight, and North Allegheny right behind them at 2-1. So all the top 4 teams in the section playing one another tonight. We're really going to find out who's for real. And kickoff is underway. Matt Van Kirk plays it back to Jonathan Swan, making a start at left back today. He finds Bryce Burrows, gives the ball away. Header by Swan, back to the middle. Jason Roman tries to turn. He gets held by the Butler player, but no foul called. Ryan Schwartz misplays the ball a little bit, but no damage done. Jonathan Swan there to clean up the mess. It's going to be a throw-in for Butler. Ball back into play, and we're just going to work our way down the touchline here as Butler continues to throw the ball in. Bryce Burrows with the tackle there. Nifty move there by the Butler attacker. Jonathan Swan steps in, and eventually we got to throw in for North Allegheny. Almost like a youth game. We can't seem to get off the touchline here. No one seems to want to throw the ball in toward the middle. And again, this is like the 5th or 6th just consecutive throw-in a row. This ball looks like it's going to be thrown in more centrally. Not quite a long throw, but long enough. Ball bounces dangerously in front of the box and rolls back out. Matt Van Kirk is there to make a great tackle and stop the shot from happening. Butler's going to play all the way back to the keeper. Keeper plays the ball looking up for the left wing. Ball bounces over the head of Jonathan Swan and the attacker, and Johnny Ross there to knock the ball out of bounds for a Butler throw. Throw-in comes in. Matt Van Kirk on the challenge. Bryce Burrows also knocking the ball out of bounds. Another Butler throw. Throw-in goes long and into the middle, then she bounces around a little bit. Samuel Giannetti with the clearance, plays it up for Sinker, but defender steps in front of him. Ball gets knocked around a little bit, and eventually one in the middle of the field by Butler. Unable to connect on the far side, Samuel Giannetti lets it roll out of bounds for an NA throw. He plays it in quickly. He's got Van Kirk with time and space. He turns in, slips and falls, loses possession of the ball. Butler comes in, but Van Kirk recovers and makes a tackle. Nice recovery there by Matt Van Kirk. Butler attacker unable to keep the ball in play, and it goes out for a North Allegheny throw. Definitely some pace on that number 8 for Butler, someone we're going to have to keep an eye on for the rest of the game. Looks to be dangerous on the ball for sure. Jonathan Ross boots the ball forward. Header won by Butler. Comes all the way back to the middle. Dangerous ball. Jonathan Swan there to clean up the mess. Again, North Allegheny just not doing a good job of playing out of the back, clearing the ball blindly to midfield. We've been doing that each and every game. The ball just bounces back, and we continue to put pressure on ourselves. Header comes in, or it comes out, excuse me. Jason Roman knocks it out, top of the 18. The crowd seemed to think that was dangerous, but well over the crossbar. Shot for Butler. It's going to end up being a goal kick for North Allegheny.
We had basically like one beer.
Coming in, winning the air.
Jason Roman earns a foul, and Jonathan Ross going to take the kick. He's got Justin Miracle on the far side, and he plays him. Samuel Giannetti running for the overlap. Justin Miracle tries to play him, but the Butler defender knocks it out for a throw-in. Throw-in comes in to Van Kirk. Van Kirk with a flick forward, intended for Evan Anderson, but couldn't reach him. Ball comes back to Van Kirk. He plays it out to Miracle. Miracle tries to cut back. Ball comes out of bounds, and a throw. Throw-in comes in to Will Sinker, who flicks it forward for a Miracle. Unable to connect, and Ryan Schwartz coming up and just booting the ball and goes out of bounds. Those are the kind of plays NA needs to learn how to settle that ball, keep possession, and find feet. Ball comes forward, played a deep ball. Ryan Schwartz is there on defense. Ooh. Almost got beat there, tried to pull down the attacker. That would have been disastrous, because not only would it have been a PK, it would have ended up in a red card most likely for Schwartz. Luckily, keeper was able to come out and clear the ball. Another dangerous ball across the middle. Samuel Giannetti in the header. He plays the ball. Butler attacker falls down. Shot from distance, far, wide, and high. Butler with some dangerous balls into the box, but no real chances yet so far. Eventually, though, if NA is not careful, those end up bouncing around loosely in front of the goal and end up in the back of the net. Matt Van Kirk wins the goal kick, turns with the bouncing ball and keeps possession. Attacker comes from behind and wins it. Butler keeps possession. Jason Roman and Bryce Burrows there. Bryce Burrows plays it forward for Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson challenging. Ball gets played back to the keeper. Cleared out to midfield. Sinker and Van Kirk connecting. Sinker unable to keep possession, and Butler knocks the ball deep and forward. Speed on this number 8 attacker. We talked about him before. Jonathan Swan able to get back quickly. Keeper, for some reason, stayed in. Keeper's got to come out and collect that ball, I think. NA gave away a corner, but we could have been prevented. Dangerous opportunity for Butler here with the corner. Corner comes in. Jonathan Ross with the header. Comes back to the kicker. He's looking to put the ball back in play, and he does. Offsides on Butler. JP had that covered, however. JP plays quickly out of the back. He finds Samuel Giannetti on the right side. He turns. Looks for Justin Miracle. Justin Miracle either wasn't ready or wasn't coming to the ball. That ball goes out of bounds now for a North Allegheny throw-in. NA just having difficulty playing out of the back, keeping possession. Van Kirk gets the throw. He plays back to Miracle. Miracle knocking the ball forward. Everything's deep for NA. They need to be more creative than that. Keeper puts the ball down and plays it short to the left back. He looks forward. Sinker there for the challenge, unable to stop him, but he gets him with a foul. Very ticky-tack, but a foul nonetheless. They play it short to the keeper again. The keeper chips it forward. Justin Miracle there to pressure. The left mid turns, knocks it upfield and off of Justin Miracle for an NA throw. Throwing comes in. Samuel Giannetti with the header, knocks it forward. No one there for NA. Ball comes back the other way. Butler midfield with the ball. They're also playing long balls. Comes deep into the corner. That's going to end up as a goal kick for North Allegheny. Goal kick for North Allegheny. Didn't get all of that. Short kick. NA able to challenge, but Butler ends up with the ball. Deep to the left side of the box. Chip into the middle, right into JP's hands. He's got Bryce Burrows. He sees him and finds him. Rolls the ball out to him. Bryce Burrows picks his head up, plays the ball down the line for Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson back to Bryce Burrows, but poor ball played behind him. And now Butler moving forward. Butler throw in, won by Jonathan Swan. Evan Anderson tries to win the header, but the ball is won by Butler. They move forward. Justin Miracle there to defend. Ball gets chipped into the middle. Jonathan Swan steps in front, but we have an offside call on Butler. Forward, moved back to get the ball, was originally in an offside position. Free kick for North Allegheny. Ball goes deep, ends up at the Butler back line. They knock it out. Will Sinker gets possession. He plays it out for Justin Miracle. Justin Miracle tries to beat the defender, unable to do so. Comes back to Sinker. He tries the one-time Miracle, and the ball gets won by the defender. Ball gets cleared back, headed out by Schwartz, and it goes backwards. Jonathan Swan plays it back to JP. JP takes a touch, lots of time. He kicks the ball deep, looking for Van Kirk. Van Kirk with a flick forward, looking for Burrows. Burrows falls to the ground, and eventually Butler clears the ball. Coach Bobby got 4 midfielders. Must not be happy with what's happening right now, and I can't say I blame him. NA unable to keep possession of the ball, and it looks like he's going to be making some mass substitutions, and that's exactly what happens. Into the game comes Sam Pasadelis, Kensley Owens, JD Renats, and I'm missing one, Phil Iozzi. And so the starting midfielders coming off the pitch, and Coach Bobby having a chat with them. I have a feeling that they'll have a few minutes and then they'll be able to come back into the game. Jonathan Swan wins a header. Phil Iozzi with the ball. He's 30 yards away from goal. He plays the ball out to Sam Pasadelis. Sam Pasadelis beats his defender on the side, cuts across the middle. Great ball across the middle, unable to get all the way through. It's going to end up for an NA throw. Samuel Giannetti there, throws the ball quickly. The ball gets played back out to Phil Iozzi, across the middle, deflected. NA calling for a handball, but really nothing there. Schwartz tries the one time at the Samuel Giannetti, and it goes out of bounds. First time that NA's put together and strung some passes together and created an opportunity. That's probably what Coach Bobby was asking him to do. Throw-in comes in for Butler. They knock it forward. Ryan Schwartz gets a touch to Jason Roman. Jason Roman all the way across to Kensley Owens. Kensley brings the ball down. He's got Swanee behind him, and he finds him. Jonathan Swan plays back to Johnny Ross. Johnny Ross gets a touch to Schwartz. Schwartz plays the ball to Jason Roman. Jason Roman back to Jonathan Ross. Very good execution there. Unfortunately, Jonathan Ross's pass didn't go through, but much better job by NA playing the ball out of the back and looking comfortable doing so. Ball ends up back to JP. He picks it up, but then quickly turns and rolls it back to Jonathan Ross. Short to Schwartz. Schwartz back to JP. To Ross. Jonathan Ross turns. He's got help. He decides to go deep. He's looking. He finds Evan Anderson. He takes a touch, juggles a couple times, plays the ball back. He's able to turn. He's got space. He's going to take it. He's got Phil Iozzi. He slots him. Phil Iozzi is in. Ball gets caught at his feet. Shot just wide. Just wide. Unfortunate. The ball was bouncing around. It either hit the defender's heel, was bouncing underneath his feet. He never really had full possession in front of him, but if he had half a second more, that ball's in the back of the net. That was a great job by Evan Anderson to just maintain his composure and feed a great ball into Phil Iozzi. Goal kick for Butler comes to midfield. Looks like it's going to be won by Jason Roman, and it is. Phil Iozzi working for that as well. Looks like a handball, no call. Comes down. Butler trying to go back the other way. They don't seem to have answers right now. They're knocking everything deep, so the tables have turned a little bit. Ryan Schwartz plays it up for Phil Iozzi. Phil looking to get there. The defender more concerned with trying to box him out than play the ball. He's got to call that the other way. I don't know what the referee is doing there. That's the defender taking a real big chance to do what he did there. Easily could have been called the foul the other way. It's going to be an interesting matchup going the other way. A little shenanigans after the play as well. It's going to be a free kick for Butler. Free kick comes out to midfield. J.D. Renat heads the ball, but it goes the wrong way. Ball is bouncing in midfield. Finally comes down. Butler ends up with the ball at their feet. Kensley Owens with a great tackle. Samuel Giannetti wins the challenge. He goes forward, keeps possession of the ball, goes forward again, and he keeps possession. Got the ball at his feet, looking for help. He finds Sam Pasadelis. Sam Pasadelis tries to take on his defender, and the tackle is made, but the ball goes wide to Giannetti. Giannetti picks his head up, looking for a cross. Ball gets played in, not able to get past the defender, and it comes out for an NA throw. It's a good cross, just needed to have a little more height on it. Ball comes into the middle, headed by Phil Iozzi with a turn and a shot. Love it. That's awesome. I love that. If it would have been a little bit lower in front of the goal, or maybe even on frame, definitely could have caused some problems. The substitution made by Coach Bobby here in the midfield certainly has been an infusion of energy for North Allegheny. The goal kick comes short and wide right, then played deep forward. Jonathan Ross is there, but Butler gets the second ball, bounces back out again, and played up the touchline. Jonathan Ross coming out to defend. That's the center back for North Allegheny. He reaches around and touches the ball away. Kensley Owens with the back heel. Jonathan Ross comes down to the ground, but Jonathan Swan with a clearance, and we have a Butler throw. Butler trying to take advantage of the confusion during the substitution and move forward about 15 yards, but they got caught. So now we are back in play. Jason Roman always wins those headers in midfield. He does. J.D. Renat's talking to the referee and trying to convince him there was a deflection, and the referee agreed with him. Kid might have a litigation future right there, able to convince a referee to change a call. You don't see that often. Jonathan Swan with the throw-in. Evan Anderson tries to head it back to Kensley Owens, but the ball bounces away. Butler plays it out. Giannetti wins the ball back. Sam Pasadelis tried to do a turn, unable to do so. That boy just bodied up Sam Pasadelis, but I have a feeling he's going to have something coming back his way. Sam does not take that lightly, and I can expect that there's going to be some payback there coming soon. Have to keep an eye on that. Kensley Owens challenging in the back. Ball gets still played through the middle by Butler. They come wide left, coming forward. Now all the way out to the left wing. Samuel Giannetti on defense. Cross comes over, blocked by Giannetti, and it's going to end up in a Butler throw-in. The thrower's changing, so this is probably a long throw-in here by Butler. I think this is the same player for Butler that threw in last time. He doesn't have quite as long a throw, but it's pretty decent. Goes to the front post, and JP is there to grab the ball over the back of a Butler attacker. Walks to the top of the 18. He's going to punt that ball to midfield, and he does. Nobody there for NA. Everybody there for Butler. They all watch the ball bounce twice. Butler ends up with the ball, and sure enough, they charge back. Number 10 for Butler did a good job of weaving through some of the NA players with time and space. Again, look at this in the middle of the field. It's all Butler. There's not a black jersey in there anywhere. I don't know how Butler or how NA plans on winning the ball, but somehow they do. The second ball comes back, ends up with JD Renats. He finds Kensley Owens. Kensley tries to play him back, but it's defended well. Ball comes forward. Jonathan Ross with a great step. Tries to play Kensley Owens. It gets knocked out of bounds for a North Allegheny throw. Johnny Ross with the throw. He's looking for Jason Roman in the middle. Jason Roman with a man on his back earns the foul for North Allegheny. It's going to be a ball here at midfield. Jonathan Swan plays it quick for JD Renats. JD Renats quickly backwards to Ryan Schwartz. Ryan Schwartz picks his head up. He plays Samuel Giannetti, but he had a man on him. This tight ball past the Dallas. Out to JD. JD cuts and turns. He's got room. He's taking it. He goes wide to Kensley Owens. Great ball. Kensley Owen. Ball across the middle. Oh! Excellent job, North Allegheny. Ball could have been pulled back a little more on that cross, but otherwise well played. North Allegheny showing some moments here. And the field has they're lining up for the next substitution for North Allegheny. Let's see if they can do what the second group has done, because the second group has come in and changed the game. Jonathan Swan plays the restart quickly. He finds Roman. Roman out wide to Pasadelis. Pasadelis takes a touch, tries to look inside, loses possession of the ball, and now we come back the other way. Samuel Giannetti tries to tackle, but the Butler attacker in front of him. Schwartz up for the ball, did not win the header. NA allowing a lot of time and space for Butler on the ball. They play the ball back. Kensley Owens marking, cutting into the middle. Ball gets played forward. Samuel Giannetti with the step, but the flick past him. Mids for North Allegheny are not tracking back to provide support. It's causing some problems with those overlapping runs. Great job knocking the ball out by JP. Ball comes back and JP is there to make the save. NA very lucky not to give up a goal on that play. Just not tracking back and working hard on defense. Punt goes forward. JP with some great saves on that play. Header won by the Butler center back, and eventually that ball goes to the touchline. JD Renats wins it. He goes forward. Good step by Butler. Ball comes back to Ryan Schwartz, and he heads it back to JP. 19 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball comes forward. Again, nobody from North Allegheny in the middle of the field. Renats brings the ball down. He finds Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross looking for someone. He's going to play the ball maybe backwards. No, he changes his mind. He finds Roman. Roman to Swan. Swan tries to knock it forward, but definitely disorganized. Now the substitutions come back, and we have the original starters coming back into the game. Justin Miracle, Will Sinker, Matt Van Kirk, and Bryce Burrows. Ball gets flicked forward from the throw-in and ends up out of bounds for a North Allegheny goal kick. Will Sinker challenging for that ball in the middle. Matt Van Kirk tries to play it out wide, but the pack is broken up. Ryan Schwartz, he finds Sinker. Sinker wins the challenge. Ball gets knocked forward from Van Kirk. There is Owen Anderson. He gets bodied up, turns and tries to shoot, arguing for a deflection, but that's going to end up as a Butler goal kick. Another really strong opportunity for North Allegheny. A Butler mishap there on defense. I think if Evan Anderson ends up on the ground after that bump, that would be a foul, but he stayed on his feet, and it turned into a shot on goal. Goal kick for Butler, comes to midfield, over everybody's head. Ends up with Jonathan Ross. He's there, but the ball gets played forward. Jonathan Swan comes back, wins the challenge, wins the second challenge, beats the attacker, plays it back to Ross. Ross goes forward for Burrows, but not able to connect. Nice move there by the Butler right back. He plays the ball into the middle and finds space. Ball gets won by Jonathan Ross, and he carries the ball forward. Puts the ball on his left foot. Tries to go forward for Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson with a great step to win the ball back. Eventually won back by Butler, and the ball just being knocked around. It's going to be a throw-in for North Allegheny. Samuel Giannetti coming all the way across the field to take this throw in. Actually, I think that we have Owen Smith has come into the game for Jonathan Swan, but he's playing on the right side, and now Samuel Giannetti moving to the left side. Jonathan had a good showing in there.
How do you get there?
Not sure why that change was made. So we resume. Owen with a challenge. Ryan Schwartz wins a loose ball. He's got Bryce Burrows if he could find him. There's Sinker. Sinker turns. He's got a little bit of space. Facing the goal. He plays the ball inside. It's a great ball to Van Kirk. Bounces around. Evan Anderson with a turn in front of the goal. And a deflection. Shot on goal and another dangerous opportunity for North Allegheny. That's the kind of creativity that was lacking early in the game. Will Sinker with a great job. I think everyone was expecting him to go to Bryce Burrows on the left side on that. He turned inside, played a ball to Van Kirk, and just causes something to happen, which is great. Number 8 for Butler, a dangerous attacker back in the game up top. NA definitely needs to watch out for him. Goal kick comes forward, off to the left side. Jason Roman wins the second ball, but then loses possession, out of bounds for a Butler throw. They play quickly up the left side. Ryan Schwartz there on defense. They collided. Butler goes down. No foul, no harm, no blood. We are moving forward. It's a goal kick for North Allegheny.
Yes.
Goal kick goes to midfield. Will Sinker wins the challenge, picks his head up. He's got Bryce Burrows, and Bryce Burrows streaking. Center back reads that, comes across, plays the ball through. It goes all the way back to Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross with a man on his back, moving forward, chips the ball, looking for Bryce Burrows again. Headed back by Butler. Will Sinker looks like he won the second ball, but he must have climbed up the Butler player's back, and we've got a foul in the favor of Butler.
Come on, boys, get ready.
Forwards for North Allegheny are not the tallest, not necessarily going to win balls in the air against the tall center backs of Butler. Yeah, we continue to play balls in the air. The long balls are fine. NA would be better served playing those balls on the ground and trying to find feet using the speed of Evan Anderson, Bryce Burrows, Miracle, and Sinker to try to get them through. Throw-in comes in, ball goes over everybody's head. Samuel Giannetti wins the ball, but there's a foul called on Bryce Burrows with a push in the back. This is going to be a dangerous free kick for Butler. Essentially a silly foul to make there. Results in a dangerous free kick and a goal-scoring opportunity. Just never want to put yourself in this position if it can be avoided. Ball comes in. Luckily, it is far away from the goal. Top of the 18, headed out by Samuel Giannetti. Will Sinker is there to pick up the second ball. Tries to knock it upfield, and it goes out of bounds for a Butler throw. Substitution for Butler. Throwing comes in, top of the 18, bounces around. Samuel Giannetti with a clearance. Bryce Burrows is there as well. Eventually gets knocked back in. Jonathan Ross is going to shield and then knock the ball out. It's going to result in a Butler throw. It's going to be a long throw in here. Corner of the 18. Big numbers advantage for North Allegheny. Ball gets thrown in. Headed out by Matt Van Kirk and then by Will Sinker. Eventually, Jonathan Ross ends up with the ball. He clears it forward to midfield. where Butler, center back, is going to collect and come forward. NA able to challenge and win possession. Jason Roman with time and space picks his head up. He's looking to go deep for Bryce Burrows, but really no chance to win that ball. The ball gets knocked forward. Samuel Giannetti heads it forward. He finds Sinker. Sinker with a touch forward for Van Kirk. Van Kirk able to challenge, but it's going to end up as a Butler throw-in. Throw-in comes down the line. Gets flicked forward by Butler. Samuel Giannetti there to challenge. He wins it. Goes to Van Kirk. Van Kirk to Rumman. Rumman all the way across to Justin Miracle. It's a good ball. Can Justin Miracle get past him? He does. The Butler defender falls down. He's got time and space. Picks his head up. Here comes the cross. Gets deflected from the Butler player. Going to end up in the goalkeeper's hands. Looks like we're pausing here. There seems to be a Butler player that came to the ground, maybe injured. Referees are talking to him. And we're going to play on. So, Butler keeper puts the ball on the ground. He's going to kick it now. Kick comes out to midfield. Goes past everybody, ends up all the way back to Ryan Schwartz. Ryan Schwartz plays it to Owen Smith. Owen Smith on the right side. He looks to find Van Kirk. Van Kirk tries to flick it forward for Miracle, but the ball goes out of bounds. Throwing gets played quickly. Ryan Schwartz with the challenge. Jonathan Ross there to clean it up. Plays it back to Schwartz. Schwartz with another deep ball. Comes into Evan Anderson. Unable to win it, and Butler maintains possession. Great job going forward by Van Kirk with a great ball by Anderson. He finds Sinker. Sinker dribbles the keeper and puts the ball on the back of the net. It's a great goal for North Allegheny. That's just an amazing job. Great ball by Evan Anderson.
The Tiger goal scored by number 10, Sinker.
So now we restart the game. 1-0 North Allegheny, just under 10 minutes remaining. Let's see if they can capitalize. Ball comes forward from Samuel Giannetti, but it just goes out of bounds. Unable to get there is Bryce Burrows. Sure would be great to get another goal before halftime. This is the first game this year in any game that North Allegheny has not had to come from behind. First time having a lead in this season for them. Uncharted territory. Bryce Burrows with a good challenge. I don't know why he stopped, but he stopped and stood there. I think if he would have kept playing, it either would not have been called or at least would have been able to slow down play and a restart for Butler. Anyhow, we're back underway. Ball gets played deep. Butler, it's a 1v3. North Allegheny smartly going to play the ball back and rebuild. Schwartz plays it back to JP. JP with plenty of time. It's going to hang on to the ball, look for someone to connect with, and the ball comes to midfield. Unfortunately, goes straight to Butler. NA needs to do a better job of having a presence in the middle of the field and winning those 50-50 balls. Trying to play out of the back. Samuel Giannetti goes forward. Big ball forward to Evan Anderson. Matt Van Kirk challenging. Able to reach around, knock the ball forward, but no one there for NA, and the ball gets played all the way back again. It's like watching a tennis match. Schwartz back forward to Owen Smith. Owen Smith plays it forward to Van Kirk. Van Kirk turning. He's got time. He finds Miracle. Miracle cuts inside, and he plays to Jason Roman. Nice job by North Allegheny. Jason Roman fouled. No foul called. Referee lets it go. Somehow that one was a foul. I don't know what the difference was, but nonetheless, we are coming the other way. Butler plays the ball short. Essentially just gave the ball away, trying to do a little trickery there. Bryce Burrows to Anderson. Anderson, the pass gets deflected out. Good job by Butler to not lose possession of the ball there. Midfield players, few of them, very strong for Butler. It's a very nice turn. Owen Smith with a good challenge to force negative play. Ball gets knocked forward. Ryan Schwartz is there with the flick. He's able to, he gets beat by the attacker actually. Attacker comes back inside, and Jason Roman called with the foul. Probably a good foul because had he beat Jason, he had nothing but space. So it's going to be a dangerous free kick here for Butler. Butler with more numbers forward. Pretty much everyone back. For some reason, a one-man wall. I don't understand that at all, but that's what we're doing. Chip comes into the middle. Headed by Butler, back into the middle. Headed back up by Owen Smith. JP is out, unable to collect the ball. The ball bounces loose to corner 18.
Cross it.
Butler player goes to the corner. And eventually we end up with an indirect free kick for Butler.
Get ready.
So Ryan Schwartz went to the ground, was playing from the ground, and the referee called dangerous play on Ryan Schwartz. Ball comes to the middle. Header. It was bound to happen. And Butler has tied the game. NA players are complaining to the referee about something. I didn't see anything other than an unmarked man putting the ball in the back of the net. So we are now 1-1 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. NA taking the opportunity here as we restart play to sub in Phil Iozzi to come up top for Evan Anderson, giving him a rest. Evan's worked hard this game so far with a couple of really good opportunities and an assist. NA playing out of the back. Samuel Giannetti looking for someone, just a careless ball given away, and now Butler coming back the other way. Matt Van Kirk on the challenge, slowing down the Butler attack. Bryce Burrow steps forward with a good challenge, knocked the ball out of bounds. Momentum has definitely changed. NA had momentum, and now Butler hyped up with the scoring of their goal. Looking to add on before halftime. Throw-in comes in. Jason Roman wins a header. It comes out. Butler knocks it back into the middle again. Ryan Schwartz. Miracle challenges, unable to win it. Ball gets knocked out by Butler for North Allegheny throw-in. Samuel Giannetti didn't realize where he was on the field, throws the ball in. He was already on the field, and results in a Butler throw. Now the ball gets thrown back, bounces around in front of the goal. Jonathan Swan there to clear. Settling the ball in front of the 18 is Butler, chipping back into the middle. Ball ends up easily in the hands of JP. JP plays it quickly, rolls it out to Bryce Burrows. Bryce Burrows looking for Phil Iozzi. He finds Phil. Phil turns inside. He tries to take a couple touches, unable to. The fall is called on Phil Iozzi, even though he's the one who ended up on the turf. Butler plays quickly out of the back. Justin Miracle there with the challenge. But Butler retains possession. Ball played down into the corner, but it goes out of bounds. It's a North Allegheny throw-in. Owen Smith finds Sinker. Sinker flicks it forward for Miracle. Miracle jumps up. But the ball goes out of bounds for a Butler throw-in. Handball is called, and now North Allegheny with the free kick playing out of the back. Ball gets played to Samuel Giannetti. Samuel Giannetti to Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross takes a turn inside, cuts the ball, knocks it forward, headed back out into the middle. Jason Roman is there. He plays the ball out wide to Justin Miracle, but step from the defender, and a foul is called. Ball just at the midfield point. Jonathan Ross looking to play a big ball to the 18. Butler starting to retreat, putting numbers back. Ball gets played. It's a poor ball, but it ends up going to Miracle. Miracle flicks it forward. Header back to Miracle from Will Sinker. Great tackle from Justin Miracle to win the ball. Ball across the front of the net. Great job. Justin Miracle with an excellent job to win that ball. Good ball across the middle and just able to be knocked out by Butler. There's some complaining from the Butler player. Referee stops the game. Don't know why you're going to stop the game unless you're going to card him. Otherwise, just a waste of time. So I don't understand that at all. If you're going to stop the game and discipline a player, make it a yellow. Otherwise, keep playing. Although watch 17, he's definitely due at this point. Anytime that he fouls or does something, I bet you that card's coming out of the pocket. So now we got a foul on North Allegheny, going to result in the Butler free kick at the top of the 18.
Come on, Cookie!
Come on, White. Another one. Go black.
Free kick is played. Jason Roman wins the header. Ball comes out to midfield. Samuel Giannetti is there to step in front of the Butler player. Good job, but heavy touch, loses possession of the ball. Ball gets played out. There's a handball or maybe a hold. And now we have a free kick for North Allegheny. Referee Kevin Cook doesn't like to take any business from anybody, and he's going to let the player know that. And there's a yellow card. So now the Butler coach upset with the referee. Not going to win those arguments with a referee. There's an old joke. What's the difference between a referee and a terrorist? You can negotiate with a terrorist. Jonathan Ross with the restart. Just under 2 minutes left in the game. Ball comes out to midfield. Another poor ball from the back, really. Won by Butler, but the second ball cleaned up by Van Kirk. Unable to keep possession. Ball comes out of bounds. Samuel Giannetti with a touch forward. Bryce Burrows looking for Sinker. Sinker tries to turn. Unable to keep possession of the ball, however, and now we're going back the other way. Ball goes deep into the corner. Nobody there for Butler, and the ball's going to roll out for a North Allegheny goal kick. Minute 15 left in the first half. I think both teams would be content going into halftime, tied at 1. They can regroup and come out in the second half. North Allegheny able to play it forward a little bit. Oh, it's a hard tackle, but he must have won the ball there. Number 17 from Butler. Owen Smith with a great tackle there. And now Justin Miracle comes forward. He finds Sinker. Sinker with a great turn in the middle of the field to give himself some space. He's looking. He plays the ball for Jonathan Ross. And Sinker not happy. I think that there's just unable to play there very smartly. The mids for North Allegheny need to make the run instead of looking for the pass. The run has to happen first. The pass comes after the run, and there's just confusion there. I think Bryce was waiting for the pass. Will was looking for the run. Phil Iozzi turns, uses his body to shield. We have some upset parents. The referees are disagreeing which way this foul is going to go. There's 15 seconds left in the half. It's going to result. It's going to result in a free kick for Butler. Coach Bobby. Yeah, there's some drama in the stands. This is like a Jerry Springer show waiting to happen right now. All I need is dinner, and it would be dinner and a show. So now there's some shenanigans going on in the box. Justin Miracle and number 17, the infamous number 17 now from Butler, getting a talking to from the referee. And they're going to head back to battle another day. Again, 16 seconds left. This is really the last play of the half. Butler's going to put this ball in the box to see if they can make something happen. The ball goes up deep into the 18. Header goes knocked out by North Allegheny. Shot goes up and over the goal. And we're going to go into halftime with a tied game of 1-1. Not without some testosterone and some other things flowing here. Second half, it's going to be interesting. Second half about to get underway. Tied at 1-1. North Allegheny needs to do a much better job of winning the middle of the field and playing through the middle of the field. Let's see if Coach Bobby talked about that. Nice turn inside. Ryan Schwartz gets turned around. Great tackle by Jonathan Ross. Samuel Giannetti there to clear the ball away. Butler throwing. Back line stays the same with Owen Smith playing right back. Samuel Giannetti at left back. Ross and Schwartz in the middle. Jason Roman plays the ball forward. He finds Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson turns. Plays the ball to Burrows. Burrows has got sinker, but plays the ball behind Evan Anderson and gives the ball away. Ball comes back to Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross to Bryce Burrows. Bryce Burrows turns, looking for someone to connect with. Pass gets knocked out of bounds for an NA throw.
Those of you who participated in the 50-50 drawing, we have a winner. Once again, those of you who participated in the 50-50, we have a winner.
Throw in from Samuel Giannetti, gets flicked on by Anderson. Anderson looking for sinker. Sinker unable to connect. Ball gets cleared out by the keeper. Jason Roman wins a header. Sinker challenging the second. Evan Anderson with a push in the back.
The winning ticket, a red ticket with the number 671.
And it's a foul.
87.
Butler free kick. They play it quick and short back to the keeper.
Once again, the winning ticket 671.
And hey, really not paying attention, not challenging that. The ball gets cleared out. Justin Miracle's got a man on his back. He finds Owen Smith. Owen Smith with a deep ball to the middle. Evan Anderson is there. Ball bounces past the keeper. Evan Anderson with an empty net, unable to keep the ball down, and it goes over the goal in an empty net. I bet he would love to have that back again. What an opportunity for North Allegheny here 2 minutes into the second half. Goal kick for Butler, comes to midfield. Jason Roman there, wins the header. Such a great job of winning those headers in the middle of the field. 50-50 ball bounces around. Butler maintains control. Gets played back. They come forward, but NA not team defending here and allowing open players and allowing escape routes for Butler. Owen Smith throws the ball up, gets knocked back by Butler. Gets possession, keeps it at his feet. He finds Van Kirk. Van Kirk loses the ball. Gets played back by Butler. Full sinker there to challenge. Ball gets played back to the keeper. Butler confident playing out of the back, but not necessarily without a little bit of risk. If NA is able to challenge as a team, they certainly could cause some problems. Owen Smith steps forward. Bryce Burrows wins the ball. He looking to find sinker. Sinker up the left side. Ball's just got too much pace on it. It's going to roll out of bounds for a throw in for Butler deep into the corner.
Go, Black!
Throwing comes forward. Matt Van Kirk wins the ball. Sinker tries to head it forward, but is cleared out by Butler. Jason Roman knocks it back in. Again, ball ping-ponging around. Van Kirk with a header to Sinker. Sinker challenging. Keeper could have actually come and picked up that ball, but because Will Sinker was putting so much pressure on the Butler defender, he kicks it out for a corner kick. A lot of guys forward for North Allegheny. This is going to be Justin Miracle on the kick. In swinger. Right-footed kick comes into the box, back corner of the 6. Will Sinker back across the middle with the header. Ball bounces back out to Owen Smith, to Bryce Burrows. Ball gets knocked away by Butler for another corner kick, same side. Good job by Will Sinker to take that ball. If he tries to put that on goal, he's not going to get enough on it. Did the right thing by knocking it back into the middle, created a good dangerous opportunity for North Allegheny. Here comes the second corner. Same exact ball, same exact place. Ball goes over the top. Will Sinker at his feet. Gets knocked out this time for a corner on the other side. Bryce Burrows this time, left-footed corner taker, going to take this one. 3 corners in a row. Good opportunity for North Allegheny. All but one back defending for Butler. Ball gets played in. It's a low-driven ball, easily defended by Butler and knocked out of bounds. Throw-in comes in quick to Sinker. Sinker tries to turn. Sinker loses the ball, and we're coming out strong for Butler. Samuel Giannetti steps in front to disrupt the play, but the ball gets knocked forward by Ryan Schwartz, and Butler able to maintain possession. Butler now coming forward. Great step by Jonathan Ross, but he doesn't win the ball. He ends up going forward. Ball comes across. Giannetti steps in front and eventually clears the ball out. Will Sinker collects. Gets the ball midfield, turns and faces. He finds Burrows on the left side, but the ball gets cleared out by Butler. Samuel Giannetti throws the ball back to Jonathan Ross. Jonathan creating a little bit of space, tries to clear the ball forward, but it hits a Butler attacker. Lands at the feet of Jason Roman to Schwartz. Schwartz a big ball to Sinker. Sinker trying to touch it back to Van Kirk. Van Kirk plays the ball wide to Justin Miracle. Justin Miracle cuts it back inside. He finds Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson with a touch, takes it back, turns inside again, got some space. He goes all the way across, looking for Bryce Burrows. Bryce Burrows plays it back to Samuel Giannetti. Samuel Giannetti with a left-footed cross, but no one is there. Everyone had stopped, waiting for the call to be made, but everybody stopped moving. Not playing the whistle, and if they would have been moving forward, could have had an opportunity to score. We're back underway, goal kick for Butler. Comes out to midfield. Jason Roman up for the header. The ball lands at Matt Van Kirk's feet. He finds Bryce Burrows on the outside. Bryce Burrows looking to take on the defender. He does. He plays Sinker's feet. The ball gets played out of bounds by Butler, and we have a North Allegheny throw. Substitution for North Allegheny coming onto the field is Sam Maldia. Sam Maldia coming in for Bryce Burrows. See if North Allegheny can take advantage of Sam Maldia's speed to make something happen on that left side. His first action of the night. Throw-in comes in. Will Sinker with a touch back to Maldia. Maldia knocked into the top of the 18. The ball comes out, bounces clearly. Eventually settled by Butler, and they're coming back the other way. Ryan Schwartz with a challenge at midfield, but he gets turned, and the ball gets through. It's a great ball across from Butler. Jonathan Ross there. Lucky not to have a foul called. The cross, or a cross actually, right to JP's hands. And a little bit fortunate there. Clearance to midfield. Sinker tries to knock it forward. Evan Anderson there to win the second ball, but he's going to be called for a foul on that challenge. Free kick for Butler. Comes to the North Allegheny back line. Ball ends up at Samuel Giannetti's feet. He knocks it forward. The ball gets played back again. Jason Roman cleans it up. He finds Sinker. Sinker to Maldia. Maldia touches back to Sinker, but he stopped running. Ball goes back by Butler. They play it back. They play it nicely. Jonathan Ross steps forward to win the challenge. Turns, comes back. He finds Maldia. Maldia touches inside the Sinker, and he goes back to Maldia. Maldia now in open time and space, using his speed, carries the ball, cuts inside. Oh, what a great ball across to Owen Anderson. Unable to get there. The ball comes across the 18 to Justin Miracle. A little bit of time, a little bit of an awkward shot, and well wide of the goal for a goal kick for Butler. Goal kick for Butler comes out to midfield. Jason Roman with the header. Ball bounces around a bit. Evan Anderson tries to knock it over to Miracle. Gets knocked off a Butler defender, and we're going to have a North Allegheny throw. North Allegheny, Coach Bobby asking for a quick throw. He finds Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson turns. Defender backs away from him. He plays a right-footed ball to Sinker. Lands at Maldia's feet. Ball bouncing 12 yards away from goal. He got a little excited there and absolutely fluffed that one, and that goes far wide and far high over the net. Goal kick, Butler. Goal kick comes out to midfield, collected by Butler. He plays it forward. Ball ends up at Jonathan Ross. He punches it forward, but it comes out wide. Played, knocked around a little bit by Butler, and a North Allegheny throw-in. Owen Smith plays that ball in. He finds Evan Anderson. He turns, plenty of time. He tried to go forward with a give and go for Sinker, but misplayed the ball. Butler now coming the other way. Evan Anderson does a great job fighting back for that challenge. We're going to end up with a throw-in. Substitutions now for North Allegheny. Coming into the game, J.D. Renatz, Kensley Owens, and Philip Iozzi.
Come on, Luke. Stop, boys.
Throwing for Butler, up in the air. Jason Roman wins the header. Ryan Schwartz able to play the ball back to Jonathan Ross. Almost misplayed it, but NA able to keep possession and eventually knock it forward. It's going to be a North Allegheny throw deep into the Butler side. Looking for a quick throw is J.D. Renatz. J.D. Renatz finds Kensley Owens. Kensley gets the ball, tries to touch it back, unable to do so. Second opportunity, JD cuts inside, but loses possession. And now Butler with a dangerous counterattack possibility. Luckily, Jason Roman is there to slow it down. Ball comes back inside. Butler still moving forward. Tackled by Schwartz, but the Butler player keeping possession. Butler now into the corner of the 18. Comes all the way across. Nobody there for Butler. And the ball comes out. Sam Maldia charging back. Sam Maldia eventually, did not win possession. Butler hung onto the ball. Samuel Giannetti there with a good challenge to win the ball. Knocks it out of bounds to the Butler throwing. Throwing comes in, top of the 18. The header goes backwards. Cleared out by Owen Smith. Sam Maldia did not have as much time as he thought. Got the ball taken away. But eventually Jonathan Ross able to clear. Ball gets knocked all the way back into the top of the 18. Butler ends up with the ball, top of the 18. He cuts back inside. Shot curling, but wide of the net. And they very sloppy right now. This is what led to the first goal and something they need to clean up here. 26 minutes remaining in the second half. The score is still tied 1-1. JP knocks the ball forward. Kensley Owens there to challenge. He gets called for the foul, pushing the back. And now we have a free kick for for Butler.
Like you said, phones and resources.
Dangerous opportunity. This ball is going to be placed into the 18 by Butler. The kick is up. It's far short of the 18. J.D. Renat's able to get a touch on it, but Butler maintains possession. Ball went out of bounds. It's going to end up as a North Allegheny throw-in. Neither team able to generate any rhythm here in this first 15 minutes. Owen Smith throws the ball forward. Handball called, and it's going to be a free kick for North Allegheny right at midfield. If someone can reach 18, it's a nice dangerous opportunity. Owen Smith is going to take that challenge. Let's see where he puts this ball. Both teams lined up at the top of the 18. Ball comes across. top of the 18, headed out by Butler to the middle of the field where no one's there for North Allegheny. Ryan Schwartz there to challenge. Samuel Giannetti steps in front. Jonathan Ross gets pulled down by the Butler player. Everyone's going to complain, but it was a clear and obvious takedown. And we are moving forward. North Allegheny with the free kick. Jonathan Ross taking this. Player for Butler complaining, but he just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar is all that happened there. The free kick comes, top of the 18. Nice ball, bounces out for J.D. Renats. First time, cross across the middle. Oh, what a hit. First time strike by Jason Roman. Just missing the far post. Great opportunity there by North Allegheny. Goal kick for Butler comes to midfield, and there's a foul pushing the back by Jason Roman, or maybe he's calling it the other way. No one knows what the call was, including the players.
Come on, Butler.
Okay, these are always dangerous balls. Jonathan Ross puts the ball up. It's short, it's low. It gets knocked up in the air. Maldia looking to win a header. Ball comes down. Maldia challenges. Ball gets deflected and it goes out of bounds. Throw-in comes in. There's two players on that side. Only Samuel Giannetti defending. Samuel Giannetti looking to win the ball. Goes out of bounds for another Butler throw-in. Throw-in comes in. It's a foul on Matt Van Kirk. And now we have an opportunity for Butler. 50 yards away from goal. Near the side. This ball is going to be played into the 18. Ball is up. It's played high. JP comes out. JP grabs the ball. Excellent job by JP grabbing that ball at the highest point. Well done. Ball gets played quickly. Punt comes out to midfield. Bounces around. Won by Butler, but Matt Van Kirk there to clean up the second ball. Good ball played out to J.D. Renats. J.D. Renats cuts inside, but loses possession. And now Butler coming back the other way. J.D. Renats with a challenge and a foul. And that's going to be a free kick for Butler. Butler playing quickly. Kensley Owen trying to come back and disrupt that ball, but Butler dangerous with numbers coming up the right side. Samuel Giannetti defending. The ball goes across the middle of the box. No one there. Butler player now tracking back. He heels the ball forward, keeps possession. J.D. Renats able to win that. Turns him. Plays the ball back for Ryan Schwartz. Ryan Schwartz knocks it forward. Philip Iozzi steps in front. Kensley Owens keeps possession of the ball. He gets knocked down and earns a foul. A lively crowd here tonight. Quite entertaining. A Butler crowd that remembers a fairly interesting situation last year where NA was able to tie the game and got them into the playoffs with a tie against Butler. Things looking to start to get a little bit chippy out on the field. It's going to be interesting. Butler maintaining the ball in the middle of the field. Owen Smith finally with the challenge, winning the ball for North Allegheny. Jonathan Ross now in possession, plays the ball deep, looking for Phil Iozzi. He finds him. Phil Iozzi keeps possession, and Phil Iozzi gets called for the hold, and now we're going back the other way. Butler plays it short to the right side. Kinsley Owens on the challenge. Butler keeps possession. Good step by Matt Van Kirk. He wins the ball and finds Sam Maldia. Sam Maldia using his speed, going forward, charging up the left sideline. Nice move to continue. He cuts back, looking for help. He finds Van Kirk. Van Kirk with a heavy touch, but he brings the ball down eventually. And it ends up with Phil Iozzi. Phil Iozzi with a turn, but loses possession. Jonathan Ross with a great step to win the ball that's played out. He finds Maldia. Maldia back to Giannetti. Giannetti with a touch inside, looking for a ball in. It's a great ball into Phil Iozzi, just a bit too tall, but a dangerous ball into the 18. Butler keeper now has it. Just under 20 minutes left. Ball comes to midfield. Van Kirk challenges for the ball. It ends up with Jason Roman's feet to Sam Maldia. Everyone watching to see where that ball's going to end up. Samuel Giannetti with a step, and the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Substitutions now coming in back onto the field for North Allegheny. Sam Pasadelis, Will Sinker, and Evan Anderson. Coming off, J.D. Renats, Kinsley Owens, and Phil Iozzi. We got a throw in for Butler at midfield. Ball gets played in. The ball gets knocked by Sam Maldia. Ends up at Van Kirk. Van Kirk looking for Sam Pasadelis. He's unable to get there. Butler playing quickly. Ball gets flicked back, but nobody there for Butler, and so JP easily able to pick that up. The punt comes out. It goes past midfield. Looking for it is Evan Anderson. He can't bring it down. Oh, that looked like a handball to me. Did not get called. Jonathan Ross keeps possession, plays it back to Giannetti. Giannetti forward to Maldia. Maldia cuts inside. He plays all the way across the field to Pasadelis. Pasadelis with one touch, too heavy. It's going to end up in the Butler keeper's hands. He drops it, kicks it out to midfield. It's going to be won by Jason Roman. Jason Roman. Pasadelis fighting for the ball, forcing some negative play. Again, the Butler keeper. He plays it out forward. This one's going to get challenged by Van Kirk. Headed second time by Jason Roman. Van Kirk knocks it forward, but Butler's going to collect this ball. They play it backwards. Sam Maldia with the challenge. And Sam Maldia eventually wins the ball. Good challenge. Good work by Matt Van Kirk. Ball ends up at Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson, he's got help. He plays the ball across to Pasadelis. Pasadelis, and with a goal! What a shot! It was not a great first touch for Sam Pasadelis, and I thought he had missed his opportunity. The defender had fallen down, giving him just that extra half second he needed, but he was able to get enough on that shot to get it past the keeper. And now we are up 2-1 with 17-13 remaining in the second half. Great effort by Sam Pasadelis. Coming off the field now, Matt Van Kirk coming into the game. To replace him is J.D. Renats. Excellent job by Matt Van Kirk, working hard. Hopefully he's just going to catch a few minutes and come back onto the field. He's just an absolute workhorse for North Allegheny. North Allegheny, after the kickoff, wins possession, moves forward. J.D. Renats winning the ball, challenges at midfield. He gets it out to Evan Anderson. Evan Anderson with a heavy challenge. He's going to get a yellow card for that. Referee reaching into the pocket, and that's a yellow card for Evan Anderson. Oh, I don't know what he said, but he had some choice words for the referee, and now Evan Anderson finds himself out of the game.
And the red card administered to the Tigers, number 30, Evan Anderson.
I don't know what you could have to say to a referee to get a red card, but even if you're just arguing, that's not enough to throw someone out of the game. But now North Allegheny certainly in a predicament. They've got to play defense here, and they're going to have one less forward. They've got to withstand 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Referee now coming over to do some explanations with Coach Bobby. Referees are having a discussion here, talking about this red card. I'm not sure what the discussion is, why we're worried about it. This is horrible for North Allegheny simply because Evan Anderson is most of their offense this season thus far. So not having him for the other important games that we have coming up against Pine. And against Fox Chapel, perhaps, if he's out for 2. Interesting to see how the calls go after this. If the referee feels like that may have been a little excessive, we might start seeing some North Allegheny calls come our way. Sam Aldia has moved up top as the sole attacking player, and North Allegheny now looking simply, hopefully, to try to keep possession and run this clock out. Let's see if we play smart or not. Ball comes out from the keeper. They play it wide. Butler with a man advantage. Sam Aldia up top, chasing down, causing some problems, and he's definitely the one to do it. Sam Aldia now challenging, getting involved, but Butler's got numbers. NA has enough people to keep subbing fresh legs in if they want to play this way, but eventually they're going to get exposed if they do. Sam Aldia with a big challenge, just called for a foul. Now we got a dangerous free kick. For Butler, they play the ball short this time, back to the left side. Good challenge by Owen Smith, winning the ball, keeps the ball, hangs on to it, plays Sam Aldia's feet. Excellent play right there. Sam Aldia looking for help. He finds Will Sinker. It's 1v4 for Sinker. He's looking for help, but there's no one there. Back to Maldia. Maldia back to Pasadelis. Pasadelis has Renats, but he decides to go forward, then plays the ball to him, but it's unable to get through. Well done by North Allegheny with that possession, shorthanded. The ball gets knocked around a bit, and Sinker ends up playing the ball back to Pasadelis. Pasadelis keeps it, looking for Maldia. Wins it back to Roman. Roman to Renats. Renats, I think, to Sinker. I don't even think Sinker knew that was to Sinker, and we go out for a Butler throw-in deep in their own end. They throw the ball quickly out to the goalkeeper who's out there. They play it short, and a big ball out of the back. Giannetti with a header at midfield, undercut by the Butler player, and we're going free kick for North Allegheny. Jonathan Ross with a big ball into the box, but it falls short, bounces up, knocked out by Butler. Second ball knocked out by Butler. Will Sinker picks it up, he finds Pasadelis. Let's see if Pasadelis can get to the end line. He tries, clearance inside. It's Sam Maldia versus 6 Butler players, and Butler knocks it out for an NA corner. NA would be very well served to take their time on these free kicks, use up as much clock as possible. JD Renats on the corner. Butler clearly has higher numbers in the back. They've got everybody but one back. Deep ball to corner 18. Will Sinker up for the header. It goes straight up in the air. Knocked out by Butler. Bounces around. Will Sinker is there, but he gets called for a handball, and we come back the other way. Butler free kick. The ball gets played short by Butler. They knock it deep forward. Samuel Giannetti with the header. He finds Renats. Renats unable to keep control. And Butler now crosses the ball the other side of the field, looking to go deep on the left, but he cuts back inside. Sam Pasadelis with a challenge. Sam Aldia is there to challenge as well. A little bit dangerous for Butler, and NA doing a good job of just being annoying enough to cause problems. Good challenge by Owen Smith, not allowing Butler to keep that ball. Samuel Giannetti up for the header. He gets called for being over the back of the Butler player. Free kick for Butler, 55 yards away from goal. He plays it short to the middle, and now we're going back the other way. Sam Maldia charging. Owen Smith doing an excellent job playing left back since he's been in the game. Ball comes across the middle. Jonathan Ross able to get a big boot out, but not far enough. Butler able to regain possession, comes forward. They knock a ball into the 18, gets flicked forward, stopped by Samuel Giannetti. Oh, what a hit! Just not enough defenders back. Ball comes across the middle. Samuel Giannetti just tried to get a leg on it. Ball bounces to the top of the 18, and a strike by Butler. And now we are tied at 2. Sorry for missing that goal. I realized when the ball went in the net that I was not on frame. NA definitely with their hands full now, with a tied game and down a man. Gonna have to withstand 12 more minutes of regulation and 20 minutes of overtime. JD Renats wins a 50-50 ball midfield, able to take that ball, continues to fight. Maldia with the turn, unable to keep possession, but fighting nonetheless with a foul, and now Butler free kick. Ball goes forward for Butler. Samuel Giannetti wins the ball, loose ball, knocks it out of bounds for a Butler throw. Throwing for Butler. Headed away, cleared away by Jason Roman. Ball ends up at the right side. Attacker there. Samuel Giannetti with a challenge. Tackle goes out of bounds for another Butler throw-in. Butler changing throw-ins. He's going to have a big throw here for Butler. NA with big numbers, only 3 Butler players in the 18, but the ball bounces on the ground all the way through. JD Renats, lucky not to get a penalty kick called right there with a really bad challenge in the back. And wow, very lucky, very fortunate. A player running away from goal, you cannot do that. NA very fortunate not to be facing a penalty right now. The goal kick comes out. Jason Roman with a header. Renats with the ball. He plays wide to Maldia. Maldia turns, looking for help. He tries to find Sinker, but the ball is given away. JD Renats unable to keep control. Ball bounces forward, and that was Jason Roman to Sinker. Sinker left side of the box with a shot. I love the fact that he created a shot for himself, just unable to hit it the way he wanted to, and that's going to end up as a Butler throw-in. Butler goal kick comes to midfield, flicked forward by Butler. Samuel Giannetti knocks it up to Roman. Roman tries to play it out to Maldia. Maldia keeps possession. Ends up as a North Allegheny throw-in. North Allegheny, Samuel Giannetti throws it back to Jonathan Swan. Jonathan Swan, deep ball for Will Sinker. And misplayed by the Butler defense. Sam Pasadelis with a big challenge, now coming from behind. Owen Smith there defending. Ball gets played back in the middle by Butler. Back to the left side. Jonathan Ross is there. Jonathan Ross defending and plays it out of bounds. Well done, Jonathan Ross. Looks like this is going to be a big throw in here. Big throw into the box, headed by the Butler player, but wide of the goal. It's going to end up as a goal kick for North Allegheny. I love this substitution. William Statsko coming into the game. Excellent midfielder for North Allegheny. Hasn't seen much of the field this year. Happy to see him in the game. Coming out of Sam Maldia. Sam Maldia worked very hard tonight. Hustled his tail off out there and getting a rest. Getting some fresh legs in there since NA's down a man. First thing that happens, Statsko wins the ball. Plays it forward for Sinker. Sinker brings it down with his chest. J.D. Renats tries to move forward. Ball goes out of bounds. Butler throw. Throw in, won by Swan. Ball bouncing around the right touchline. Coming up the field is Butler. Jonathan Swan with a great step, or that was Jonathan Ross. He wins the ball. Give and go with Renats. To Statsko. Renats goes down. William Statsko with a challenge. William Statsko wins the ball, keeps possession. Great work by William Statsko. Back to Jonathan, or to Jason Roman. He tries to go deep for Sam Pasadelis. Sam Pasadelis there. He's not going to get there in time. That ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick for Butler. Just under 7 minutes left in regulation. The score is tied, but North Allegheny playing with 10 men after the Evan Anderson red card. Goal kick comes out to midfield, flicked forward by Butler. Great job defending by Jonathan Swan to knock that out of bounds and stop the Butler attack. Butler plays short, and ball goes into the middle. Statsko knocks it forward. He finds Sinker. Sinker with a turn. He keeps possession. He's got Renats. He plays Renats. Renats in stride with the ball. One defender to beat. He goes to the left, tries to just run past the defender. Unable to do so, but he does earn a corner for North Allegheny. Kind of get the feeling that playing down a man, these are the kinds of opportunities NA needs to capitalize on these set pieces. And Butler has brought everyone back. NA, for some reason, with two defenders at midfield, makes no sense to me. Finally, Owen Smith moves forward and looking like they're actually going to try to make something happen here on the set piece. The ball comes in. J.D. Renats, a poor corner. It comes all the way out, 18. Butler defends. They knock it out. It ends up back at Renats. He's able to bring it back down. Tries to come inside to Statsko. Statsko with a touch to Sinker. Sinker goes up for the ball to win the header. Keeper grabs it. They collide. No harm, no blood, no foul, and we keep playing. Keeper puts it down on the ground, looking to send the ball out. He sends it out to midfield. William Statsko with the header. Sinker then with a second header with a nice turn. Sam Pasadelis unable to keep the ball close enough to him. Jason Roman wins the header, and we come back the other way. Good job by Statsko trying to go combination Sinker Statsko, but it didn't work out. Butler keeper plays it out. They've got numbers, so they do have a little more space in the middle of the field. Plays it back to the keeper again. North Allegheny doing a good job of not letting them out right now. Ball gets played into the middle. Good hustle by Jason Roman with a great step. He keeps running. Almost wins that ball that was played back to the center back. Ball bounces in the air. William Statsko challenges. He's able to disrupt that. Statsko wins the loose ball. Turns. Shields. He finds Pasadelis, but unfortunately, it does bounce off a Butler player. NA throw in. The throw goes to Sinker. Sinker cuts back to Pasadelis. Pasadelis picks his head up. He's going to go sideline. He beats a defender. Goes for the cross. Able to win a corner for North Allegheny. 4 minutes remaining. The goal here would be huge and pretty much ice this game if they can get one. Pasadelis on the corner. Everybody forward for North Allegheny. Just two back. Great ball into the middle. Header! Oh! Up for a great header on that play. Jason Roman, who wins every ball in the air, hitting the crossbar first, and then the yellow goalpost going out of bounds. Great opportunity. Butler plays quickly out of the back, recognizing the opportunity. Hustling back is Sam Pasadelis with a great challenge to disrupt the flow. Samuel Giannetti then with a great step, and we're coming back the other way. Ball gets won, the 50-50 ball won by Butler. They're playing the ball in the midfield and a couple of good combinations. Ball ends up on the right side. Jonathan Ross defending. Ball goes across the middle. Owen Smith is there. Owen Smith shielding the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a North Allegheny throw.
We're doing just fine.
Just under 3 minutes remaining. Throw comes back. Sam Pasadelis winning the ball, shielding the ball, looking for help. He plays Swan. Swan knocks it forward for J.D. Renatz. J.D. Renatz doesn't realize where the ball is. A foul is called on J.D. Renatz, and now we have a free kick for Butler in the middle of the field. It's going to be a dangerous ball. I don't understand what J.D. Renatz is doing there. You either got to be back or forward. He's in no man's land. And look, I would think we need defenders here. Same thing with Sam Pasadelis. Ball goes deep. Dangerous ball. Keeper comes out. Good job by JP, but he crushes Jason Roman. While JP is looking at Jason Roman, who's down, that he landed on, Butler scores the goal. No one paying attention. The keeper coming to the aid of the player that he landed on comes out of the goal and leaves the net wide open for Butler. And now with 2 minutes remaining in the game, NA goes down 3-2. We are about to be back underway. North Allegheny needing a quick goal. The ball comes back. It gets knocked forward, deeply forward. It's going to end up in the Butler keeper's hands.
Gotta win it, Butler.
And now we come back the other way. Punt comes out to midfield. Samuel Giannetti wins the ball, knocks it forward, ends up with Will Statsko. Statsko to Sinker. Sinker unable to keep possession. Samuel Giannetti wins the ball again. He finds Jason Roman. Roman to Smith. Smith back to Swan. Swan back to Ross. Ross looking for a big ball forward. The ball comes forward, but not big enough. Ball bounces out to J.D. Renatz. J.D. Renatz looked like a handball, but not called. Swan brings it down. Swan beats the attacker. He looks for Pasadelis, unable to connect. And now Butler coming back the other way. Great tackle by Jonathan Swan. Owen Smith wins the second ball. Sam Pasadelis with the foul. And now with 1 minute remaining, Butler with a free kick at midfield. Ball gets played on the left side. Butler with really no reason to push forward. They just need to keep possession. Owen Smith wins the challenge. Jason Roman knocks it forward. 30 seconds remaining. Will Sinker. Will Sinker turns. He's got Pasadelis. He doesn't play him. He goes back the other way. Now he goes deep into the corner for J.D. Renatz. J.D. Renatz up for the 50-50 challenge. Ball comes out to Statsko. Statsko to Giannetti. Giannetti cross into the middle, but nobody there for NA, and Butler has the ball. Butler's going to win this game, and essentially this is just a disaster for North Allegheny. Not a game they should have lost at all. But that's the way it goes. We have a final here, 3-2.